could be used definitely in schools to see brain activity, see how different students learn differently, and kind of optimize the learning ability of different students to improve their results and prepare them for future life.
I feel like that was a very cool experience. I enjoyed it. It was very satisfying to watch how my brain activity was. I was really focused. It was a bit hard at sometimes. I did laugh a little bit, so.
I mean, it's measuring focus, but it's really, really hard to focus because there's so much going on in here. You just have to really, really concentrate on what's going on.
Well, I don't actually understand quite what it is, but I can imagine that if it's a way of training me to concentrate by sort of feedback, that could be very useful. For sports players, for example, who want to get in the zone, as they say, I can see something there. For students, you could see how many beers you could drink before you go off the scale, I suppose. Whether that's a good feature or a bad feature remains to be seen, but it's certainly a fascinating concept.
I play competitive table tennis. And I started thinking about table tennis technique, and it just started skyrocketing.
But that's a lot of focus, right? That's reaction time, that's information processing. Yeah.
It's very interesting, cutting edge stuff. Personally, I'm really interested in the brain and how it works and how it controls our actions. So yeah, it's a very valuable experience.
I hope it isn't the future. I don't want to know what somebody else is thinking.
I hope it is, simply because I'd like to know how my brain works more effectively. I'd like to know how my students' brains work or don't more effectively.
Well, I guess it can be used to for diseases like brain diseases. Yeah. Like tracking how bad they're getting, the progress of treatment, I guess, medicine.
Yeah, I think majority medicine, but then I guess you sort of have more uses you can have for it in terms of if you want to study someone, it's useful to be able to see their brain, which might impact.
The government are going to start studying us.
Yeah.
There's a question over there. Would you let your teacher track your brain activity?
My answer would be absolutely not. I think there are a lot of ethical issues concerning that. So yeah, no.
No. I wouldn't let my teacher do that, because then they wouldn't know if I'm focusing or not. I don't want to let them see what I'm doing.
I think I'd say no. As you can see, the majority have said no on that. I mean, yeah, I feel every student's different. You can't expect them to be the same, and they all work in their different ways. And if we're tracking brain, we'd probably expect a certain pattern to be followed, and that's just not going to happen.
Not really, no. I wouldn't want to know what they're. I wouldn't want them to know what I'm thinking, to be honest.
What do you think about things like insurers having access to brain data? What do you think about that?
The thing is, the only thing I know about insurance is that they try not to give out money. So I feel like if they had access to brain data, I don't think they would use it to be good, I don't think it would be a good thing. But I think the only people that should have access to brain data are therapists, doctors, and yourself. That's the most important thing.
At the moment, this is a pretty broad brush thing. It's not actually reading your mind in that sense. But if there is something in my job or insurance policy where concentration is a key feature and they were able to measure it, I'm sure that from the insurance company's point of view, that would be a good thing. Whether it be a good thing for the rest of us, these things tend to be a zero-sum game. There's good things and bad things. It's the applications of them.
You need to see your premium come down, right?
Absolutely.
No, I wouldn't want it.
Yeah, I wouldn't want it.
What if you brought your policy and you cut it in half?
No.
Still tricky, isn't it?
No. It's too much data that's not theirs. It's mine.
Do you say let your insurance company have details of...
Probably not. Why would they want that? I don't know. So
maybe you get a lower policy if it shows that you concentrate when you...
Then I might consider it, but yeah, it depends what they want it for, so...
I'm just really disappointed in 9 seconds.
What did you think of the brain scanning?
I thought it was fun. And it would have been easier to concentrate if the guy hadn't been talking all the time.
I did wonder whether seeing how people concentrate when they're driving. You know, if you're driving along a boring motorway, then you could lose concentration or something. So perhaps how you could have more interesting things on motorways, maybe, I don't know.
If people understood better what was happening and use it a lot, they can probably benefit from it.